Mother of corruption. As it is well known, everyone will be disappointed with the corruption cases that appear in the Imozuru style one after another these days. Perhaps it seems that there has never been a case where the corruption problems overlapped at once. Of course, the strict judgment of Shichoku will eventually reveal black and white, but the importance of this issue lies in the fact that it is not enough. This is because apart from this scandal, which has been an annual event for a long time, must be thoroughly eradicated as it is not a fundamental solution, even if it appears it is. It's just like maggots sprang up in the trash can. So there is no other fundamental solution to cleaning the trash can. And the people must be very demanding. However, the trouble is that the key point that is the cause is not known. Then, what is the key point is that it is the most disliked godly thought of the intellectuals, and in fact, even if it is a corruption problem, the mother of its occurrence is godless thought, opposite to the godly thought. It's a bad deal. Needless to say, the godless thought is a mysterious idea that even if you do a zurui thing, you do not have to touch the human eye. And as human intelligence progresses, it becomes more and more sophisticated. Today, it is even considered the first condition for success. When this is actually applied, it is strange that this is not the case. Even if it seems that have worked well for a while, it is clear from the upcoming incident that the skin of the monster will surely peel off sooner or later. However, as they may know to some extent, as long as they firmly believe that there is no God in this world, they do not understand from the bottom of their hearts. So, even if the result is like this time, it's doubtful how many people can truly repent. And most people did this because they were wrong, because they lacked wisdom. So at this next opportunity, you might try to do it better and never get caught. But this is a natural idea as a non-God. Therefore, in order to thoroughly rehash this God bomb, there is absolutely no other effective method than cultivating the idea of God, God, godliness by religion. Moreover, as long as the above mentioned non-gods are standing on top, the government and the business world are like frog form, where mud and dust are piled up in the rotten water. It seems that the root of the upcoming incident seems to be the same as the methane gas that methane gas that does not hold your nose no matter where you hit it. Therefore, it may be just the tip of the iceberg, or it may be just the tip of the iceberg. But the damage it causes to the nation and the inconvenience to the people are not a little. On the contrary, the influence on national thought cannot be overlooked. Needless to say, the upper class people do such bad things behind the scenes and indulge in luxury. And the money that political parties and politicians scatter like hot water is all produced from the blood and sweat taxes of the people. If so, you wouldn't want to work seriously. Therefore, no matter how good the great person said, he will be wondering if he will be deceived. His respect will change to contempt. His national idea will be weakened, and his social structure will be loosened. I think the negative impact of this on national luck is unexpected. From the above, the root of this problem is due to the godless thought, as it was at the beginning. So the extinction of this thought is the key to the solution. The most important thing is to make people recognize the existence of God's soul, God through the activities of religious people, and to instill a firm belief that even if the human eye can be deceived, the divine eye cannot be deceived. In that case, there is no possibility that corruption cases will occur even if you want to take medicine. Then the driving force behind this case is only those who have received higher education and although their status, nomination, and wisdom may be perfect, it is a question of why they did and if this is because of the godless thought, it turns out that education, scholarship, and morality are different in this respect. It seems that there is no way to know it because such fine people did their best to plan it. But with a hole in the ant, it spreads from a small gap to it. Since it became a big problem, it seems to be only God's judgment. Another important thing here is that Japan is proud to say that it is a law-abiding country. But when you think about it, this is a mistake that is not flying. If you want to crack down on the law alone, you can escape the crime if you dive well, and the worse you get, because it is suppressed by the cage of law. Human beings are treated as beasts, and the primates of all things are pitiful. If this were a cultural nation, culture would cry. I always say that modern times are half civilized and half barbaric, but there is probably no one who can deny this. As an example of this, let's assume that the wallet is in front of you. If no one is looking at it, An ordinary person would put it in his pocket, but the one who never puts it in is the one who believes in the existence of God. However, the role of making such a person is religion, but on the other hand, the authorities and journalists are extremely cold, as if they are regarded as useless by religion. They are treated as superstitions, and the attitude of keeping people away is really mysterious. This will be an alley of the godless sort, and maybe a promising cause of the corruption problem. In the sense of Jojo, the politician should open his mind and be treated well at this time. Otherwise, this abominable problem cannot be eradicated at any time. Not to mention how it hinders the nation's life. By the way, even if you read this, if you overlook the horse ear east wind as usual, you can say that it will not be time to bite the navel. Nowadays, the nation is actively working on education and other institutions to develop human intelligence and improve human mind. But unless the essential godless thought is eradicated, it will be profitable with the Zalmizu style. It is natural that wisdom is useful for evil rather than good, so it should not be foolish. Above all, the tendency for intelligent criminals to increase as culture progresses is a good example of this. This is because it dares to warn the intellectuals of the world